Hi, Lisa. Can you provide a little bit of a brief background on the 2020 census this year and what's different? What's the competition all about, and how can residents join?
Yes. So the 2020 census is critical. Every 10 years, we're mandated by the Constitution to conduct the 2020 census, to conduct the census. So this year, it's important for several reasons, two of which I'll highlight here. It's important to complete the census because of the voice of the state of Massachusetts. So as a state, our voice in Congress is dependent upon the population. So we receive accurate representation in the US House of Representatives based upon the 2020 census. Secondly, from that point, it's the power, it's the money side. So I would say it's power and money. So the congressional representation represents our power as a state, our voice, and then the money piece. The money piece, billions of dollars are informed based upon the census data. So the distribution of billions of dollars every single year is determined based upon the population count. So using that population count drives resources to certain communities more than others, and rightfully so. It's where the people are, is where the resources need to go. So getting this accurate count is really important. And with the 2020 census, it's easy to complete. So we went over the importance, the ease of the census. You can go online at 2020census.gov and take a few moments and complete the census online today, right now. And you can also call it in over the phone at 844-330-2020. And we also have 13 language lines, 12 non-English language lines that you can call directly and complete the census in language. So it's really expanded our enumeration, our being counted piece. And then of course we still have that paper component. So addresses can still complete the census by paper should they choose to do so.
Okay, perfect. So I know that you said the importance of completing the 2020 census is crucial. How are you encouraging residents to complete the census this year? What's different about it? A part of the competition. So
Yeah.
this year. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Certainly, and that's a great question. And everyone likes a little competition. So what we presented for this particular week, where we really want to push response rate. So it's a push week for our entire region that I support. And of course, Massachusetts is part of that. And what we're doing is we're trying to push response rates, working with our partners locally and in getting out the count, getting out the message that now is the time. August 11th will be when we start door knocking. So you can avoid that knock by completing the census today. So we created this friendly competition amongst the states in our region, and then of course our counties, different levels of geography and cities. And I can happily announce that Springfield is really in this competition. They have improved almost a third of percentage point, which is a lot within a 3-day window. So Springfield is really present, and we're excited about seeing that. I know there's also friendly competitions amongst the mayors in some of the cities, which is also fun. But we're trying to see who can move the needle during push week, and these are more difficult times. So we don't expect 8% percentage points to go up overnight. So it is the incremental, the smaller amounts of increases in response rate is what we're up against now. But that's okay, because every inch we move up, every moment we push higher in response rate, it's creating a better count for our community. So it's a friendly competition. It's going to run the entire week. We're going to announce the winners at different levels of geography on August 4th, and just to see who rises up. And when we're doing these competitions, what's so great is that our partners are wanting to host these mobile questionnaire assistance locations where members of the community can, or if they're already going to, say, a food pickup line or a grocery store or a laundromat or getting their hair cut, we've had delays on that, there's going to be census representatives present with coupling with the partner wanting us there, of course. but we're going to have census staff present who can do enumeration right on the spot and help a constituent right then and there complete the census, because it ties to this critical funding as well as political voice for the state of Massachusetts.
I know you mentioned Springfield is sort of, engaging a lot in the competition. Are there other regions or counties within Western Massachusetts you see a growth from the beginning of the competition to right now?
Yeah, so the county data, we just released the updates yesterday. So Hampshire County happens to be leading the entire state of Massachusetts in their self-response rate. They're at 71.4%. So right now, Hampshire County is leading for the entire state in this competition. They increased by 0.3 percentage points. Berkshire County also had increased by 0.20%. 0.20% of a point, Hamden and Franklin County as well. So the western part of the state is really rising up at this point and really pushing that response rate limit up further. The state as a whole is doing great. For the response rate, that self-response rate, the state's at 64.7 percentage points, but Hampshire totally just dominates that self-response rate right now, which is awesome.
That's pretty great to hear. I know traditionally you guys collect data door to door, and like you mentioned, you are going to do that, but how are there other ways people can fill out the 2020 census? I know you mentioned you can go online. Is there a mobile app or?
So there's not a mobile app, it's a direct website. So 2020census.gov, 2020census.gov. You can go there and you click on respond now, and within a few moments you launch right into the questionnaire and you can complete the census. The same opportunity is available by phone, and you can call a toll-free number, complete it by phone, and it just takes a few moments for each household. I did it with my toddlers, and it was probably longer than most people because we had to stop to do Play-Doh and different things in the middle. But it was a great experience to do it as a family and to make certain everyone knows that their voice, our youngest child, children, as well as our senior population, every single person must be counted in the 2020 census.
Now, how are winners selected? I mean, I know there is it by region or county and I wanted to know if it's possible, are you revealing the prize of the competition, or is that some sort of, incentive for people to?
Right. Well, the competition is a friendly one because as long as everyone improves response rate, everyone's a winner. So that's like, everyone gets their trophy. But we might do something special with a different type of a shout out and maybe some creative art that we might do in-house to really amplify and showcase the appreciation for Push Week and rising to that challenge. It will be by different geographies. So we'll have it winners within the state and then also take that to the road. So Springfield and some of the other cities, Lowell, Boston, some of the bigger cities can definitely rise up and make sure that everyone's counted and maybe take that winning trophy from all the other states that we support.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for joining in this interview and providing so much information on this year's 2020 census.
Thank you, Jada. This was awesome.
I am digital reporter Jada Furlow, 22 News.